Oe, my fellow jabronis, welcome back to part 2 of our series within a series, where we're going to feature the 52 reissue American Vintage Telecaster, 56 Stratocaster, and 59 Stratocaster. All of them from 2015. We're even going to get around to this 58 P-Bass reissue, also from the 2015 American Vintage series. This is absolutely my favorite one of the three. In fact, it's my all-time favorite Stratocaster, and I've played hundreds, including USA, Mexico, Squire, Parts Casters, and even Custom Shop and real vintage Strats. Of course this guitar is special to me. I'm telling you folks, I sleep with this guitar.
Wake up, Jabroni!
Oh, hello. I even shower with this guitar.
I am not going in that nasty bathroom.
Wait, what? You mean we can't get...
No.
We can't film?
No.
Are you...
No.
Alright, that's fair. Alright. In this episode, we're going to take the most in-depth look we've ever taken at any guitar, including lots of high-quality photos of all the chipping, checking, clouding, and anything else that you can't see on the video. We even had an extra special guest come and crash our demo section. Stay tuned to find out who. So, just like every guitar in this series does, comes with a G&G custom-made case. Supposed to be era-specific. I don't really know about this fuzz, but I know it's beautiful. Like we always do, we're going to tear this sucker apart and see what's inside. But first, I wanted to take a closer look at the flash coat lacquer that I think is so special about this series, because I noticed our last video about the 59 AV just didn't quite do it justice. Every one of these American Vintage Series guitars boasts an ultra-thin nitrocellulose finish. They call it the flash coat lacquer. I was assured by a Fender rep it's 100% nitrocellulose on down to the wood. And after 5 years of playing it, I believe him. In fact, you can even scratch it off with a fingernail once there's an insult on the guitar. I remember when this guitar was young. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. These photos are all from 2016, and you can see that after about 6 months of lugging it around, usually without a case, it already started to develop some finish chips. The fingerboard even started to divot within months, which is an authentic feature that I really like about this guitar. The next series, the American Original, came out in 2017, and it's still being made today. It features sort of a nitro finish, but it obviously contains some urethane. I bought one of the first ones, and ultimately wound up parting it out. Here's the neck, which is pretty much identical to my 56 in every way, except the neck obviously contains some sort of urethane in the finish. Rather than gradually shaving off, it's starting to chunk and check, like urethane guitars that we're more used to today. This AV from 2015 actually seems very, very similar to some real 1950s guitars that I've seen. I saw a real 1956 Strat in AC that was played on one of the most successful FM rock songs ever, and one of the highest selling albums of all time to date, by a very bad dude named Joe in 1976. Check out these photos. The wearing on the lacquer is almost identical, and his looked that way since at least the 1970s. I've even read on many forums that the 50s Fenders were notorious for doing this, and there are many, many more examples out there. I also wanted to show you the pure vintage tuners, which before I started using the case, I was always breaking. I thought you had to buy a new set every time that I broke the top or bottom, but I discovered eventually that any Kluson style will work. It doesn't have to specifically be the pointed ones made for the E strings, as you can see I've done here. This is also the original one-ply pickguard, which you can see failed after a particularly nasty spill. I just used the one from my 2017 American Vintage. The reason I wanted to show you, it's original, and I wanted to show you the patina that already started happening after only about 2 years. Right now, it's even got the original strap on it. I'm not one for case candy. I usually wind up just giving it away to friends, but I did keep the strap in this case because it's pretty cool. I did take the big part off. Alright, you guys have waited long enough. Let's break this open and see what's inside. But first, I might as well cut these strings. They're getting a little bit sludgy. It's time to replace them. And if anybody was ever wondering why these guitars sound the way they do, I use flat wounds on the top 3 strings of all of my 50s guitars, and then pure nickel rock and roll for the bottom 3. So these particular guitars actually feature the truss rod adjustment down at the bottom of the neck instead of at the top near the headstock. So with a drill, I sort of crudely etched this out so that I can do it without popping the neck. But if you scour YouTube, there are videos for how you can clamp it, basically unscrew half of it and adjust it if you don't want to actually alter the guitar. Cool. Alright, so here is the inside. Very meticulous attention to detail with regards to the 1950s style cloth wiring, pots, pure vintage 56 pickups, and the really hard bridge. Now I realize this is the pickguard from the 2017 American Original, but it's actually pretty much exactly the same as the 56 was. This comes shielded down here at the controls, where the 59 comes completely shielded. What really matters? The sound. Let's have a listen. Stay tuned. Here it is, the 1956 reissue Stratocaster. It's a 2015. I'm so excited about this, I've been preparing all week. Let's rock. What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, the great Mike Milligan's at my front door, but why?
Yeah, I heard you were demoing guitars today.
Well, yeah, I've been preparing all month. I mean, it's a special day.
Oh yeah, well, let's have that thing.
What do you mean? All right.
Like this one.
So what do I think of this guitar? It's my favorite one, like, ever. I think if you ever have an opportunity to get one, you totally should, or at least play it. I'm still kicking myself for not buying the shell pink version, but who knew they'd become so rare? It's not just this one either, but rather the entire series that I've taken to. And where these aren't exactly cheap, you can get one for a comparatively affordable price that is a lot like the ones used by players that got a lot of us into this in the first place. And where I don't usually name names, Eric, Stevie, Keith, and Jeff, and Todd. And my all-time favorite player, Walter. Something about playing these familiar instruments is very inspiring to me. I don't really know what it is, but if you can ever get your hands on one, I think you should. And tell me what you think about it in the comments section below. And like and subscribe and all that other stuff my producer keeps telling me to tell you. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye. The great Mike Milligan, everyone.
Woo!
Very good.